Do you know what it's like when a brand bring out a design? You look at it and you think, wow, that's beautiful. It looks exceptional when it's on a stylish brand video. Often that doesn't really come into reality, and the truth behind it is not quite so pretty. The same can't be said for this. The brand new Range Rover Velar, perhaps the best looking Range Rover ever to be built. Before this journey really kicks off, apart from as beautiful as it looks when it's out there driving on some great pieces of asphalt, or sitting in a setting like this between the trees, where this journey should really begin is this interior. Much like the exterior of the Velar, it is absolutely exquisite in here. It is something truly breathtaking. Firstly, take a look at the center stack to begin. You'll notice that it hasn't got one large multimedia screen as most cars are getting these days. In fact, there are two of them. It's duplicated, the one below being your vehicle settings. That's the likes of where do you want to drive, mud ruts, do you want to be in sport dynamic mode, on ice and snow, or just simply in auto mode. It's got seat settings. In this case, I've got the seats with their additional seat heating and cooling, massaging functions, and up to 21 different seat positions. They are sublimely comfortable. I've got the likes of climate control, and I've got the likes of my settings screen. What I love about this display in the center is you've got these round toggles that you toggle along here, like traditional style, easy to use. You can do it while you're on the fly. At the same time, they're customizable. Then you've got your top screen above. That's got everything from your built-in navigation. It's got everything from your multimedia and connected apps, and you've got the likes of your Bluetooth, you've got the likes of your telephone, and that for vehicle functions such as the self-park. In front of you, you've got a large digital instrumentation cluster that's got everything from mapping, you can customize it, your media source, the likes of radar-guided cruise control. It really is very clever as well as sublimely beautiful. The Velar really is, in my opinion, the best looking Range Rover that money can buy. You see, it sits in between that of the baby Evoque and that of the Range Rover Sport, and by Range Rover's own admission, it's the sportiest vehicle which they've ever produced. Now, the one I'm driving today is the D240. It's one of the entry-level models in the lineup. You get one of the more powerful 3-litre V6 turbocharged engine, and there's even talk that they might introduce something even more powerful. But for the moment, let's focus on this one. So it's all powered by a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged motor. It's a turbo diesel engine. It delivers 177 kilowatts of power and 500 newton meters of torque. They're claiming that their fuel economy figures are about 5.8, but the part that astonishes me most is just how it goes. For a motor that's merely 2 litres and 4 cylinders, and it seems to be pretty fuel efficient from what I'm getting, not all that far off what Jaguar Land Rover claim, it really has got a lot of shove to give. Put your foot down, when the turbos kick in, boy oh boy, it's sprightly, it feels good, and as they claim with this being the most sporty Range Rover ever built, I think that claim that holds true as well. This car feels great. You give it a nice windy piece of mountain pass like I'm on at the moment, and boy oh boy, it holds the road, it's planted. You can of course set it in dynamic mode that firms and tightens up the suspension, or you can have it in a more off-road mode. Here you've got a whole lot of drive selects available, the likes of snow and ice, mud ruts. You can pretty much put it into an auto mode where it'll detect the surface at all times and adjust the suspension and the dampening to have it just so. Apart from this, you get a lot of luxury going on here in true Land Rover, Range Rover style. So it's got everything. This one's been fitted with air suspension, for instance. You can raise and lower the ride height. it already rides at 213 millimeters, which means that being a true Land Rover product, it's capable. Where things also get clever is, of course, this car's sporty personality. And much like the name suggests with the Velar, it's a very sporty car. So as you can see, I'm wearing the Sports Activity key. This will unlock the car. Simply leaving the key in the center, I can control and activate it with my sporty lifestyle. Now that I've gotten out of those sweaty gym clothes, I've shown you the Sports Activity key, as we saw in the likes of the Jaguar F-Pace, which I recently reviewed. A link will be in the description below. Let's talk a little bit about why I really love this Velar. Firstly, on the outside, it is by far and away, in my opinion, the best looking product out of the Land Rover assembly plant. This new Range Rover really is a stunner. I love everything from its James Bond style fold out door handles to the wealth of interior screens and spaces. I like all the clever options and technology and the brilliant looking LED lights which really shine as they come along the road. This car is all about looking good, looking the part and looking stylish. And that's strange because the word Velar, or as it's derived from the Latin velaris, means to hide. This thing's anything but. They could have called it the Range Rover Head Turner.
Technobuck.